What if the pain in your body is not just a physical symptom, but the sign of a spiritual awakening that is already in action, ready to be recognized? There is a quiet place beyond sight where this pain pulsates as an active force, shaping possibilities, even without your conscious permission. Why do you still feel that your inner peace remains distant, even though you do everything correctly? What's blocking you is out or inside. Today you will have access to that space where your power does not depend on luck, extreme effort, or external validation. You will rediscover the intelligence of creation that runs through you. You are not an accident in a random universe. You are a transmitter of vibrational codes, and the pain in your body is just another call from your inner self to remember who you really are. Comment now, "I activate my spiritual awakening." And tell me, where in the world are you watching this video right now? I want to know how far this energy is going. What you discover can not only change the way you interpret the world, but also how you create your own reality. Pain, far from being just a physical sensation, works as a vibrational code that connects the invisible to the visible. When we feel pain, our body is sending a message that something internal needs attention, a change in frequency that allows the energy to flow more harmoniously. According to Deepak Chopra, pain is not a mere symptom, but rather the language of the body that reflects the internal state of the mind and spirit. He states that the body speaks in energy signals. When we ignore these signals, we perpetuate cycles of imbalance. Thus, pain becomes an invitation to observe the limiting beliefs that feed the feeling of discomfort, and by recognizing this internal dialogue, we make room for a conscious transmutation. Ignoring this vibrational language means continuing to operate with old patterns, repeating behaviors that no longer serve, desiring change without altering the frequency that attracts what we desire. It's like looking in the mirror and hoping that the reflection will change without changing the facial expression. When we learn to recognize this subtle language and send our own signals of intent, everything aligns more fluidly. Answers emerge more quickly, coincidences take on purpose, and trust springs from within, without relying on external validations. If this content is already awakening something new in you, subscribe to the channel now. And if you want to support this expansion of consciousness, click on Super Thanks below. Your energy helps to bring this message to more people. In the next step, we will dive into the inner vibrational code, how it actually works in the invisible dimension before it manifests in the outer world. But how exactly does this invisible force organize itself? How does the pain in your body, which is not physical, structure itself before it appears as a concrete result in your life? Imagine that there is an invisible studio inside you. Every thought, emotion, and intention functions as a vibrational tool in this inner space. This is where the pain begins to take shape, like a sculpture made of energy, before it becomes a reality in your body and in your external experiences. According to Deepak Chopra, external reality is a reflection of the depth of internal states. He taught that the body speaks in energy signals. When we ignore these signals, we perpetuate cycles of imbalance. This means that pain is not just a symptom, but rather the language of the body, a message that, if understood, reveals the vibrational map that the universe deciphers in response. Even without knowing it, you are already transmitting this invisible language at every moment. Your fears, your faith, your silent intentions form the basis of what you experience. The question that remains is, how often are you programming your reality, even if you don't realize it? And now that you understand how this symbolic mechanism works, let's reveal the 3 pillars that consciously activate this field. It is with intention, emotion, and frequency that your reality begins to shape itself from the inside out. Now that you understand how the vibrational code is organized behind the scenes, it's time to fine-tune your own emission. 3 elements determine whether you are aligned with the reality you want: clear intention, felt emotion, and compatible frequency. Intention is not just wanting something vaguely, it is the conscious decision of which reality you want to attract and why. Imagine your goal as a well-defined target on the horizon. When the intention is hazy, the field responds with uncertainty, as if you were pointing an arrow without knowing where to go. Write down exactly what you want, describe it in detail, and, even more importantly, make it clear why you are moving. Clarity makes your request a straight line that the universe can follow. Emotion is the language that translates your intention to the field. When you feel gratitude, love, or excitement for what hasn't happened yet, you're sending a potent signal that makes the field resonate in harmony with your desire. Emotions are not mere accessories, are the Wi-Fi that keeps the connection alive. If the intention is the circuit board, the emotion is the current that powers it. Pay attention to your emotional response. The higher and more positive, the stronger the energy transmitted. Frequency is the continuous pattern that your body and mind carry. It is not enough to think or feel from time to time. It is the constant vibration that creates your field of attraction. It is the underlying state that filters, attracts, and organizes the experiences that arise in your life. If your frequency is out of harmony, even the clearest intention and the most intense emotion can be wasted like waves of no return. Cultivate habits that reinforce this desired frequency. Conscious breaths, affirmations, regular visualizations, and practices that keep your inner state aligned. When intention, emotion, and frequency work together, the next step becomes inevitable: inspired action. This action is the link that translates the inner vibration into outer reality, the movement that makes what you visualized materialize in the physical world. In the next step, we'll explore how to turn that aligned energy into actions that not only follow, but amplify the flow you've already started. Intention, emotion, and frequency build the field. But there is one last link that makes energy cross dimensions and touch the physical world: conscious action. Inspired action is not an imposed persecution nor a forced effort against the current. It arises from within as a response to a subtle call, to an idea that springs up lightly, to an opportunity that appears in silence. When the inner vibration is aligned, the decision does not weigh. It flows naturally because it was born from a state of harmony. Many confuse this action with agitation. Actions driven by fear, pressure, or comparison feed only the field of scarcity. The universe responds to coherence, not anxiety. When the energy is in tune, the right movement at the right time is what turns the intention into reality. You recognize the aligned action when you feel a lightness that spreads through the body, an expansion that does not bring tension, but rather inner clarity. It can be a sudden insight, the desire to explore a new topic, an unexpected conversation, an invitation that comes effortlessly. There is no doubt, only a stillness that confirms that the way is open. Once you understand the value of aligned movement, you're ready to dive into the mental techniques and rituals that will speed up this process. In the next step, you will learn to visualize, affirm, and anchor this new frequency with full force, transforming each step into a living bridge between what you feel and what you experience. Before any action becomes fluid, there is an invisible foundation that needs to be taken care of daily: the mind aligned, the heart expanded, and the body present. This is where quantum anchoring techniques come in, which consolidate the desired vibration in the invisible field. Take a few minutes each day to create an intense sensory visualization of your awakening. Imagine the pain in your body dissolving as steam, leaving a space of lightness and clarity. Feel the texture of clean energy that runs through each cell. Listen to the sound of a gentle breeze that indicates the flow of energy within. When visualizing, carry in your chest the emotion of already living this relief, of feeling gratitude for each step that brings you closer to your fullest self. This combination of vivid images and genuine feelings generates the most potent vibrational code you can emit. Then use affirmations that speak to your inner truth. Instead of saying, "I don't feel pain anymore," try, "I'm welcoming the energy that frees my body from any tension." The word am already indicates movement and presence, allowing the subconscious to accept the message as something in progress, not as an imposition. Really feel in the state that the affirmation describes, as if change is already part of your daily reality. The practice of presence is equally vital. Even brief periods of meditation create a quiet space where the universe can communicate with you. In stillness, mental noise decreases, intuition becomes clearer, and your energy aligns with the cosmic flow. Being present attracts more precisely what you desire, as the mind focused on a specific point acts as a magnet for the desired reality. Even after mastering these practices, many continue to feel blockages. Fears, old beliefs, or unconscious patterns can sabotage you, canceling out the vibration you're trying to create. In the next step, we will explore how these silent blocks operate within you and how you can consciously reprogram them, freeing up space for spiritual awakening to fully manifest. Even when you have daily practice, you may feel that something keeps blocking your advancement. This happens because, in the shadows of your interior, there are invisible programs that sabotage the vibrational flow that you are already cultivating. These blocks are like silent codes that have been engraved in you throughout your life. In the first pains, in family expectations, in experiences that have left marks on your emotions. They are not personal failures, but rather filters that reinterpret everything you emit, transforming the energy you want to transmit into something that still resists change. They reveal themselves in actions that seem to contradict your conscious desires. Procrastination that gets in the way of projects you want to launch. Recurring fear of failing even when you feel you're ready. Feeling like you don't deserve something good. Or that inner voice that says it's not time when you feel like you're ready. Even if your heart says, "I want to thrive," if the vibrational base stays attuned to scarcity, the field responds with resistance. The path to liberation begins with 3 simple steps. See the pattern when it arises without judgment. Give a name to what's going on. Self-sabotage, procrastination, envy. Instead of feeding the old circuit, pause, breathe, and with firm intent, reinforce a new command. I choose confidence. I open myself to success. I deserve to thrive. Each time the old voice appears, use that pause as a reset, as if it were a reset button that replaces the automatic reaction with a conscious choice. Identifying these locks is the first step, and now you're ready for the next stage, installing new internal code. In the next step, we will build a vibrational system that reflects your highest identity, aligning every thought, emotion, and action to your most authentic purpose. You already have the tool. Just keep moving forward. Now that you have identified the patterns that limited your vibration, it is time to make a conscious choice. Install new code. That decision starts with mindfulness and true intention, because every decision you make is actually a vibrational vow that shapes your reality. Vibrational codes can be thought of as energetic signatures. They are born from the combination of what you think, feel, believe, and decide. Every positive thought, every word aligned with your truth, and every micro-action done with consciousness throws a line of code into your inner field. When you feel that you are willing to change, each of these elements becomes an anchor point that, when repeated, becomes permanent. Installing a new pattern happens when you repeatedly, with emotion, express the state you want to live. Use affirmations that resonate with your reality. Visualize in vivid detail and speak as if you are already there. However, mental repetition is not enough. True fixation occurs when you act consistently with this new field. Thinking is the first step. Acting in consonance is what writes the code in a lasting way. These codes need to be nurtured. A vibrational journal is a simple tool. Write down the states you feel throughout the day, the situations that reinforce the new pattern, and the small victories that confirm the change. You can also create reminders of presence, such as a heartbeat or a mantra, that recurs when you notice that you are moving away from your desired frequency. The goal is not to watch every thought, but to cultivate a dominant internal state that over time becomes natural. When these codes begin to take hold in a stable manner, the outside world will respond. In the next step, we will show you how to identify the first signs of manifestation in physical reality and how to amplify these effects, further enhancing your new frequency. Remember, every micro-action you take is a vote for the universe. You are rewriting your reality from the inside out. When the new codes begin to take hold in your inner field, the outer reality responds. Not explosively, but through signals. Small reflexes that indicate that your frequency is active. These manifestation signals are like dimensional mirrors, echoes from the field that send you a message. Your sound is already being heard. They appear as meaningful coincidences, repeating number patterns, vivid dreams, unexpected encounters, or ideas that come up at the exact moment you need them. These are energetic responses, not mere coincidences. To recognize them, it is necessary to train symbolic perception. The sign can reveal itself when you hear the same phrase 3 times in a day, when someone mentions something you thought about quietly, or when an opportunity arises while you stop trying to control everything. The key is in full presence and interpretation with the heart, not just logic. Notice what is repeated. Numbers like 1111, 222, or 777, dreams that bring clear messages, sudden mood swings that signal an internal alignment, people coming up with answers you were looking for, changes in the flow of time, such as feeling like the day lengthens or contracts, are also clues that reality is adjusting to your new vibration. When you identify a sign and respond with gratitude, you strengthen the field. It's as if you're saying to the universe, "Yes, I do. Keep going." Giving thanks amplifies the energy, inviting more demonstrations in the same direction. Each confirmation, no matter how small it may seem, is an invitation to the blossoming of the new reality. Now that you have learned to perceive these reflections in the world around you, you are ready for the next step, integrating everything into a complete vibrational identity. In the next step, we will unify each part of the journey, showing how to live aligned with this frequency on a daily basis with awareness and power. You are on the path of transformation. Just keep listening to the answer of reality and allowing each sign to become a stepping stone to your new life. You have come this far because something within you has recognized the truth that is being revealed. Throughout this journey, you have unraveled hidden codes, reprogrammed invisible patterns, aligned your vibration, learned to act consciously, and recognized the signs of the universe around you. But knowing is not enough. True transformation happens when you begin to live in tune with the newly activated frequency. The new reality you want no longer depends on external circumstances. It depends on how well you incorporate that vibration into every thought, word, and gesture. Be today, in every decision, the person who already lives the highest version of himself, Caution, neglecting this knowledge can make you go back to the old cycles. The key you found only works if it is used. The universe responds not to what you hear, but to what you vibrate with intention and consistency. You now know that. That is power, but it is also responsibility. If this journey touched your heart, light your way, inspire another to follow, subscribe to the channel now. There you will find more deep, direct, and distraction-free content. If you want to give back this energy, click on the Super Thanks button below and make a symbolic contribution. This helps to bring this message to more people, keeping the work alive and building a vibrational network of active consciousness. What you have started here is just the beginning. Keep your field clear, your mind awake, and your intention steady. Come back to this content whenever you need to remember who you are, a conscious co-creator, capable of shaping reality with presence and vibrational power. May your journey continue to expand, and may your light reach those who need to feel it. You're all set. Live like this.